Hi, Joe Cerrone.
And Al Rosen.
Welcome to CAD-116-0C1, Basic AutoCAD. Today we're going to go through Module 4, which is View, Tools, and Plotting, Object Snap and Tracking. It ties into Chapter 6 of the textbook and Chapter 7. We've gone and started to color code these modules to make things easier to follow. So things in blue are textbook assignments. Things in green are CAD drawings. And things in red would be considered test material or quizzes.
Hey, Joe, can you go over that chapters and click on the chapters and so we can show them what's about with the chapters?
Definitely. So chapter 6, do you want me to click on it on one of these links here?
Yeah, where it says chapter six, not bottom, right underneath it, please, Joe, where it says chapter X.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the book, chapter 6, goes through view tools, display commands, control object order, views, creating multiple viewports in a drawing, printing, and plotting. And so essentially this chapter goes through how to view drawings. And it's really very straightforward as far as these different commands. And what we want to do is not to spend a ton of time going through telling you how the readings are, but just making sure that you understand them.
Chapter
So,
7 now, Joe.
sure thing. So if we look at chapter 7, 7 is going to be object snap and tracking. And this chapter explains how O-snaps work and how those O-snaps can be applied to the drawings. All right, so those are the reading chapters, and Al has color-coded those in blue. The learning objectives are the same that we just linked on for both 6 and 7. And then if we want to take a look at some of the videos, there is a video for this polyline drawing. I guess before we go into the videos, let's look at the labs.
Right.
So what is required is lab 4A and lab 4B. So you are to do both of them. And 4A isn't super difficult. It's a what we consider a general design assignment. There's a video showing you how to do that right here, Polyline video tutorial. And you're going to download a polyline drawing and then duplicate it. And so here's the instructions for how to create these polylines. And then as what we try to do is to show you how to apply some of these principles, like being able to calculate out areas and be able to draw these basic design problems.
That looks fantastic, Joe. Did a great job.
It's been a while. I've been doing it for a while. So if we look at the link for 4A and we open that, you will open this polyline drawing and then you just follow the instructions. You can start off by putting on a grid and a snap. And then just like in the video, you can use the object line layer to draw these different polyline shapes as designated in the videos. And so,
Hey, Joe, can you also draw right over them? Copy right over them?
that would be fine. I think, when we get down to it, we just want students to be able to complete these polyline drawings. The only difficulty with drawing them directly on top of them is that they would need to change the color, but that would be fine.
Very nice.
And you can see I'm a little bit off on this, but it's just one of those days where I need a little bit more coffee. I think we can always update some of these things.
That's fine.
So this is our polyline video, and students are to go through and complete these different polyline exercises, polyline drawing exercise. And then we have a video that shows you how to go through and do that right here. Lab 4B is this drawing right here. We use this in manufacturing because we wanted to be able to have general design, and then we wanted to have things that were geared towards producing parts. And so this would be on the B-size mechanical drawing. we create the drawing as shown, use proper layering and dimensioning, draw on the object layer, the object lines, and create the center lines on the center line layer and the hidden lines on the hidden line layer.
Hey,
And
Joe,
yes, Al?
one more thing. Do they have to show the side view, or is it option, or what?
I would put the side view on this. I would say yes. They don't have to do the 3D,
Okay.
but they do want to do the two-dimensional, which would be this view and this view right here.
How about an optional? If they want to do a 3D, they can, or try it. What do you think?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And when we're in class, I think that works better. The difficulty with doing everything online is that there's a disconnect when we can just put things out there and it's sort of a one-way communication. We don't necessarily get the feedback right away.
Very good. Thank you.
So that's lab 4B. Okay, so here's 4A and here's 4B. And then students are to create that drawing as shown right here. Here's a example of a completed 4B drawing.
Shows a PowerPoint. What's involved in a PowerPoint? Can we look at it real quick?
Sure.
Second?
So let's take a look at that.
Okay, that one is fine. Either one.
Yeah, this is kind of a video of us talking about that module. Let me go and grab a different one.
There's a regular PowerPoint there also.
You want the blue one, not the purple one.
Difference. So if they want to know what the difference is, they can see what it is.
Right, and I appreciate it. I think it's just a matter of managing all the content. And so the chapter goes through and talks about drawing all these different types of construction techniques.
Very good. This goes right along with our drawings that are currently in front of us, or will be in front of us as they go through module 4, right?
Right. Okay. And then you also have the chapter 7. Now this should link to the chapter online to our textbook.
The only reason that we have it activated is we have links to it. If you have an account with them, it will come up. If not, hopefully you have obtained the book either someplace so you can use it in our class.
Right. And I think that's just a matter of being able to know which chapters. And Al always is posting the agendas right here. And this is taken from our sequence of topics. Okay, so those are the assignments. You're to do lab 4A, 4B, and then you're to read the chapter 6 and chapter 7 from the textbook and take the module 4 quiz.
You also go down and let's talk about the midterm that's coming up, not now, but later on. The midterm is coming up on the week of 11/9. We give you a whole week to do it. It is from Honor Lock Systems. You need a valid license or state ID. You need a B number, a credit card, I believe, right, Joe?
Yeah, the midterm is going to be questions from the quizzes, and it's going to be a hands-on drawing. So there's 2 parts. It's going to cover, typically we cover the first 8 modules in the midterm. And we're going to use this Honor Lock system because of the pandemic. We can't proctor and we can't send people to the test center. So when we activate this, there will be this Honor Lock button. And we'll explain that as we get closer to it, but we wanted to kind of give a heads up that we will be giving a midterm in November, and it will use this Honor Lock system, which essentially, when you click on the Honor Lock button, it connects you to a virtual proctor. And what they have you do is they have you, come in and show your identification. So they'll want an identification that shows that it's you. And then they'll ask you to put the camera on and zoom around the room to make sure that you're taking the test alone. It's just the new way of doing things. And I think students will be fine. There's probably students who've been using it already, but we're required to use that to verify that people who are taking the class are who they say they are.
Joe, did you go over the cost of that?
Yeah, the cost of it is $6 per test or $11 for as many tests as you want. And since we'll be using the honor lock system for the midterm and for the final, we recommend you spend the $11 and just get the as many honor lock tests as you want.
Very
Okay.
good.
Right.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, I'm just repeating what we did before, is email Joe and myself, please do so, and we'll be happy to answer them. If you need some more time on one of our drawings and modules, there's no problem. Just let us know. We'll appreciate it.
You bet. Yeah. So as we start to get everything organized and try to get things going here, we're doing the best we can to kind of straighten out any miscommunications as far as to what we're supposed to be working on. So we're posting in our sequence of topics what we should be doing. We should be reading chapter 6 and 7. We should be doing the drawings from module 4 and taking the quiz. And then when we look at what's due, module 3 is due today at, and I'll extend this till 11:30 p.m. We typically have them at 11:30 p.m. And then looks like we've got module 2 in here due as well. So there's a number of due dates that are coming up that we want to get those drawings in.
Just to recap, also make sure that you are doing module 4 quiz and turning it in. You have 4 chances on the quizzes. Hopefully that will be working. So if you go into exams and quizzes, please, or quizzes, exams, how it's called, and see it's test 4, exam 4. You want to make sure it's activated today. You want to make sure it activates at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you click on a jump list, this what comes up, tells us a time when you started. It allows you 4 of them, so it tells you how many completed. So it takes the best out of the 4 you take. Hopefully that's it, Joe.
Right. So there's no reason not to do well on the quizzes because you can take them as much as you want. We really use the quizzes as a way to just tie in the terminology because, you know, in reality, you know, people learn by doing for courses like this. And our idea is we'll go through these general design projects and then we'll go through like mechanical and architectural and we'll tie those into the textbook. So lastly, the only thing left that we didn't really talk about was the object snaps. And so the O snaps, there's a video on O snap and how O snaps work. And then there's a file that you can download and we'll call it a bonus assignment where you can open this drawing and then create these different O snap exercises as laid out within the
video
instructions.
Yeah, our video instruction video.
It's actually in the screen area. And so we would do a line from the center to the perpendicular mark. If we come back here to these O snaps, what you would do is you can enable an O snap here. If I go to O snap settings, clear them all, and I say center, midpoint, okay. And then I do a line. If I hover and swipe, there's the center. I bring that down, it's midpoint, enter. And so that's how those are to be completed.
There's also a video that goes along with it also.
Right. All right. So that's this week's assignment. And I think we'll post this and open things up for questions. Anything else, Al?
No, that's it. I think you covered it all.
All right. We'll see you online next time.
Bye now.